dude, this shit ain't like Call of Duty at all.
Hey there, brothers and sisters. None Superior here. Today I thought I'd like to tell you about this game I'm having a lot of fun playing. I just picked it up recently, and I thought you might like to hear about it in case you haven't already. It's called Insurgency. It's a competitive modern military shooter. It's similar to games like Counter-Strike or Red Orchestra, or maybe even the old Ghost Recon Rainbow Six games, except without the planning phase. It's a PC-only game. It's about a year old, and it goes on sale a lot on Steam or even Humble Bundle, which is where I picked it up. It's using the Source engine, but they don't have the field of view problems that they usually have with the old Source engine. They seem to have ironed those out by now. There's a nice field of view slider in there. So if you're like me and you suffer from motion sickness when the field of view on these shooters is really small, that hasn't been a problem. I've been able to play for hours and hours, no issues, and there's no head bobbing or any crap like that. It's really nice. You've got a bunch of different game modes. You can play, it's really intended to be played online. You can play co-op versus bots, or you can play typical PvP versus other players, of course. There's no real single player mode, but there is a tutorial and a practice mode versus bots on this one map. It's not intended to be a single player though. It's really just for kind of learning how to play a little bit and figuring out the different weapons and things like that. It uses a standard Steam server browser. There's tons of servers out there. You can host your own server for free. There's a dedicated server, just like, typical Source engine games. It's been out for a long enough time that they've got lots of features in the game. You've got, map voting and map kick voting, all kinds of stuff. You can even change a vote to change the difficulty of the AI if you're playing a co-op match. The community is really good too. I'm really impressed by it. It's not a bunch of jerks. I do notice that the co-op people in co-op tend to be a little bit nicer than the people in PvP, but that's just kind of the nature of things, right? It's a Source engine game, so it supports mods. They've got it up on the Steam Workshop. There's custom maps. There's cosmetic stuff for the weapons. There's sound mods, music mods. There's all kinds of good stuff up there. I haven't even really scratched the surface of the mods, to be honest. I don't even really know all of what's available. As far as gameplay goes, it's just infantry versus infantry. It's not like Battlefield where there's vehicles and drones and all kinds of crap running around. It's just people against people. Really good sound design. Some of the best sound design I've heard in a long time. You've got the bullets whizzing over your head and cracking. Not to mention the actual weapon sounds just feel really juicy and authentic. Tons of weapons, but not so many that you feel kind of overwhelmed. There's just lots of variety in what's there. You've got your typical assault rifles, you've got submachine guns, light machine guns, precision rifles, bolt action rifles. You've even got some World War II stuff like MP40s. You've got pistols, shotguns. There's an underbarrel grenade launcher. You've got deployable bipods. You've got a bunch of different scopes with different, zoom levels. You've got flashlights, night vision goggles, grenades, flashbangs, smoke grenades, incendiary grenades, RPGs. I probably forgot some stuff in there, but it's great and it's all there. And there's no unlocking system like there is in Call of Duty or Battlefield or those games. You get everything right up front. The only thing that limits you is there's kind of a class-based system. When you start the game or start each match, you can pick what kind of class you are, which really just depends on what access to which rifles you get. But it doesn't really matter that much because there's a lot of overlap in what you're allowed to get. And all the weapons are deadly. All the weapons, it's not like there's one OP weapon that's suddenly like, oh, he has that weapon, we're all going to lose. It doesn't really feel like that at all. It feels like you can get by with even a pistol in a lot of cases. Well, not a lot, but some cases. Really good gameplay, though. Really fun. As far as a feel of the world, there's a real sense of chaos. There's just smoke and noise and yelling and screaming and all kinds of nonsense going on. It really means that your voice communication in game is just your biggest ally. As far as communicating with your teammates to figure out how to get things done, voice chat, of course, is in the game. And when you die, your voice and your text typing chat is all muted, so the people that are still alive in the game can't hear you until, of course, they die, in which case everybody screams and yells about how bad a match they just had. There's a last man standing notification that comes up when you're the last one on your team, and because when you die you can observe through other people's eyes, it really gives you an interesting sense of your team is behind you watching what you do, and there's this real pressure to succeed at that point. It's a really neat feeling, even though it's such a small thing, but it really comes out to being a really great feeling. Again, great weapon balance. All the weapons really have trade-offs because things like weight affect how fast you run and how you move, so that you don't just pick the biggest weapon necessarily if you want to just be the best. Sometimes being really light and nimble is the way to go. That said, I do enjoy some of the light machine guns and just the mayhem that they create, and just being able to hold down the hose button and let loose. It's really fun like that. So with all that said, let me just let you watch some gameplay of Insurgency, and until next time, I will see you.
That's the last of them. Let's get to the next objective.
Nasty.
I'm just like impressed, honestly.
Everybody ready? Let's move out. There's a heavy...
I've never respected bots in my life.
Clear it.
Okay, we'll go this way then.
I'm using incendiary! That's an RPG!
Horse crap!
Wow. Wow.
There's a head...
Oh no, no, no.
Careful, stick together, don't die.
This should be a lot. I'm gonna make a run for that car.
RPG!
What the fuck? Reload your guns and shit now. What the fuck?
Hey, RPG!
I don't see him.
We're taking Alpha.
I'm changing my magazine! New mag in! One more guy!
There's the last one left. You'll just have to figure it out. Good, we just took Alpha. Your team is down, you're all that's left.
bastards.
Smoke good, you got
Got
him.
a friendly down!
I cower in fear.
That's the last of them. Nice work.
Heads up! New mag in! RPG heads down! Oh, no! Ah, shit!
Oh! Didn't know they got behind us. Behind you!
You're the last one left. You'll just have to figure it out.
Oh, robbed. Got robbed.
Taking Echo.
Sorry.
Look out, counterattack incoming. They're moving towards the objectives now.
Look, right there! Oh, hey, look! Jesus Christ!
Smoke good, you got him.
Oh, I guess they came around the side. Yeah, I think they got around the right side of us.
Good call. Nice
There
job.
you go. Nicely done.